Okay, welcome joining us, everyone. Okay, I think now actually it's at 3:01. Let's start now. Okay, so we are proudly invite Edward Chong, who is an expert in terms of digital marketing, SEO, and then they are the Google partner as well. He is the founder of Bean SE. So he will share with you more in terms of the marketing and the digital marketing techniques and what is SEO and also Google Ads. So subsequently, I will share with you all more on the finance and digital transformations. So let me share the screen with you all to start in terms of the sharing. Okay. Okay, let me introduce Edward. Edward is the CEO of Bean SE, and then he's having an honor degree in international business and marketing. He's the expertise in digital marketing, such as SEO, SEM, social media marketing, etc. And he's certified in Google Analytics, certified in Google AdWords Professional as well. Okay, with this, let me pass the time to Edward. Edward, over to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Shamin. Thank you, Shamin. All right, let me share the screen, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Edward Chong. As what Shamin has just introduced, I'm actually one of the founders of Research Experts of Number Hut. Okay, we are basically the digital marketing agency since year 1999. It's almost about 20 years. So we'll share a little bit about insights and some of the solutions that we provide to the SMEs in the next 30 minutes. Okay, so I guess the time frame is limited, but then if let's say you have any further questions, right, you can just prompt me in the chat box. Okay, then I can follow up with you after the sections. All right. So let me introduce who we are first. Okay, basically our company, which actually founded since year 1999, we are actually consist of the group of digital marketers and all the innovators. So what we did is basically we providing services like e-commerce design, e-commerce store design, web development, online applications. Of course, that will involve things like shopping carts, e-catalog systems, and mobile applications, and search engine exposures. Like you guys have heard of SEO, right? It's basically to get your brand or your website to be listed in Google. This is part of the SEO services. And other than that is Google Map Marketing. It's basically for those retail businesses where you need to have a lot of traffic and customer to walk into your store. So this is Google actually named it Google My Business. Okay. Then we have our own proprietary invented system called the Webby Form. It's a marketing form which consists of 5 actionable components: SMS, WhatsApp, Street View, Map, and Waze. Okay, so this is solutions invented by our companies. So then of course we have solutions like helping the SME who wish to explore into a marketplace like Shopee and Lazada, where they do not know how to set up their own Shopee and Lazada platform. And even though if they know how to set up, they do not know how to optimize it, okay, to get visible in the marketplace. All right. Then we have also the Alibaba optimization services and marketing as well. For those who already have Alibaba accounts, so they wanted to optimize their Alibaba accounts. So we will be here to help them to optimize their accounts. So other than that, we are providing services like Google Ads, digital video marketing, YouTube marketing, okay, Facebook. Okay, Facebook marketing, and of course, helping the SME to manage their Facebook page. And the shout-out services will cover things like the live stream and the influencer, the KOL. All right. So these are some of our subsidiary business. Which is the Wi-Fi solutions, where as you can see, most of the time when you go to McDonald's, A&W or Starbucks or Burger King, when you use their Wi-Fi, guest Wi-Fi, right? Those are our technologies. So these are some of our solutions. So of course, today we mainly focuses on the digital marketing only. Okay, so this is another another business of our companies are academies. So as what Shamin had mentioned earlier, we are actually the certified Google advertising professionals. And of course, not to mention, we are also part of HRDF. We are also the certified HRDF training providers. So what we did is we helped the SME to get some of the skill sets trainings, including things like digital marketing training, like SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, and all. Then we train them on the skills. Skills are things like the software, like an email marketing software, how you should use email marketing software to do your own company push marketing activities. Okay, email marketing is one of it. And of course, we also train SMEs on the WhatsApp business management. How should they use the WhatsApp tools to do their push marketing activities? So then, of course, we have a corporate training as well. Corporate training is actually towards the organizations, one-to-one trainings. So these are our services that we have. Aside from providing the solutions to SME, we also provide training to the SMEs. Okay, so basically those are the services and all of our companies. Okay, so then we'll come into these are all the clients list. Okay, that we are managing right now. Property industry, SMEs. Okay, SME again. Okay, SMEs. So we'll come into the trend analysis. Okay, I'm sure that there's a lot of SME, especially during the MCO. Since last year, March until today, there are still a lot of SMEs still have a lot of doubts whether they should go into digitalization. So of course, this kind of webinar is to actually make yourself clear what is your current directions and your current position, what you should do, okay, in order for you to venture into digital business, okay? Before you go into the software and the solutions, you have to look into the trend first. What is the current trend, okay? As of January 2021, as you can see, there's a majority of user has already went into Google. It's almost about 91%, okay? I guess there's no doubt for you to stay away with internet already. Okay, even you and I will do the same thing every day. We're going to Google or the Facebook to look for information and look for products, So it's already been there, I think last 2019, the rating is about 86%. Okay, 2019, I think 2 years ago. Okay, so the data has actually rising up to 91%. Okay, people who actually tend to go online to look for information and products to buy. It's almost about 81%. So I think this is already a big impact. So e-commerce adoption, as you can see, Malaysia is number 3 throughout all the countries. Okay, mobile commerce as well. We rank quite well. Among all the countries, we still rank number 4 adoptions. Okay, global e-commerce spent by categories travel, as you can see, it's about 593 billions. Okay, fashion and beauties, electronicals products, okay, furniture and appliances. Then you see the changes. Of course, obviously, you may see travel and accommodation have dropped about half of it. It's all negative 51%. But of course, you see there's a lot of rising trends for other industry like fashion and beauties, So furniture, appliances, toys, DIY, digital music, So basically, the reason why I'm sharing you this is because this is again one of the case study that I share to a lot of SMEs. Since last year, March 2020, there are a lot of SME came to us and they talked to us. What should they do? Okay, one of the typical industry is the homeware. Okay, they're actually selling things like kitchen utensils, wok, all the periuk nasi, all this kind of thing, rice cookers, They actually came to us last year, March of 2020, what they should do. I told them, you should focus those essential kitchen products, like for example, like rice cookers. Okay, so we tell them to do aggressive marketing into these products. In 2019, the entire year, right? 2019, they already have an e-commerce store. The entire 2019, right? The sales is only about 19,000 ringgit Malaysia only. But in 2020, until December of 2020, their sales, I'm talking about pure online sales now, is rising up from 19,000 of 2019 to 499K, 100,000, Online sales itself, is almost about 500,000, pure online. So even until today, 2021, the sales are reaching about 1 million. This is pure online sales, in their industries. So this is basically it's about all the actions that have been done by some of the SME who trusted the digital transformations. Okay. The reason why some SME doesn't have any confidence into digitalization is because they actually lacking of information. So I can say this kind of information you can easily get it from Google. So that the new terms we call it data-driven marketing. Where there's a lot of SME, they still have a doubt to venture into digital marketing. They should actually trust on the data collected by Google, or in fact collected by Facebook. Okay, they're going to tell you that, hey, I think it's the right time for you to venture into digital business or to capture the markets. Right? So this is some of the trend that I wanted to share with you guys. So again, monthly traffic, from January to December, you see a rising out of April and May. I guess it's more or less the same for other products. April and May, then October to December, there will be a rising up of such volumes. Okay, so the transaction index also the same, April and May. Okay, you see almost the same, Fashions products, retail products, luxury items, tourism, obviously it will be a drop lah. Okay, so this is on January 2021. Okay, so mobile payments, Malaysia, there's a lot of people using mobile payment. Okay, so so that's why when you develop a platform, to make sure that your website or your platform is mobile friendly. All right. So using our ride-hailing apps, I think this is very obvious. Those of you who actually stay at home right now, normally when you call from Grab or Foodpanda, you're using some ride-hailing apps, So and this is again some data, especially for Malaysians, they tend to actually order takeaway food while online delivery. Okay, so this is for those who are dealing with F&B's industries. Okay, so those are I've already explained about who we are and also the insights and the trends. So this is the most favorite topics that among all webinars, throughout the years, since last year. Okay, majority of SME before they went into digital business, right? The question they always come to us, what should they do first? What is the number one thing they should do first? Okay, which is probably the roadmap lah. We call it the roadmap lah, for you to easy to understand. The reason why I need to focus this because I receive a lot of calls and email inquiry. They're actually telling us that they've done this and that, but they didn't see any ROI. Okay, one of the typical example is one of the clients they're actually dealing with the coffee products, F&B. Okay, they actually told me that they have actually published the product into a marketplace, Shopee and Lazada. Okay, they get tons of sales in the marketplace, but at the end of the day, when they go and calculate back the ROI, they can't even get a single cent. In fact, they're actually losing out money. Okay, then I asked them a question. Okay, have you done your website or not? They said yes. Have you have any e-catalog in your products in your website? Then they said yes. Then have you done any payment gateway, putting your payment engine into your website? They say no, a big no. Then I just point them a question. You have actually spent a lot of effort in marketplace. Okay, asking people to pay online to buy your product. Why not your website? So this actually bring them up. Yeah, I told them the reason why you should do this is because the website is your own foundation. Just like a typical business, conventional business, physical business, I would say. When you have a business, then first thing first, what you do, you look for the office, am I right? You look for the shops, right? Before you go into a business transaction and operations, right? Same goes to the online business, exactly the same thing. There are actually no other difference. When you wanted to do a business in online, you've got to have your own foundation set up first, which is your website or your e-commerce. Okay, this is number one foundation. Okay, this is number one foundation. Then second foundation is your address. Okay, just like a typical physical business, right? You have a shop, you have your office. Okay, obviously you're going to have your own address. Okay, but when it comes to the online world, right, same things happens. You have a website, of course, you got to have your own address onto the map. Okay, these things I wanted to emphasize a little bit because Google had actually invented this, right, and upgraded this particular technology from a map to become a business platform. Okay, I have shared with some of the business owner, I think last 2 weeks, this Google My Business tools have already evolved until the levels people can go to the map and pay via the map, collect the item from the shops. Okay, this in US they call it to check out, which means via the map, right? People will be able to see your product catalog and they pay onto the map and collect from the outlets. This is in US beta versions. Okay, sooner or later they will come to Malaysia. Okay, and within the map itself, you can even pay to book for delivery. Which means the consumer can go to the map then book for the delivery rather than going direct to Grab or going direct to the food panda mobile app. They can actually link it to the Google map. Okay, to actually order to make sure that the product deliver to the consumer place. I think this one is pretty much important because again, I'm going to share with you again. There are some business where last year almost until now, especially people like salon, people like tattoo businesses, they cannot open up the owners, right? So surprisingly, here they receive a lot of bookings and inquiries asking them, okay, can I buy your product via your online store, via the map? Okay, and can I do pre-booking first? When the market is open up, can I do a pre-booking? I pay to do some pre-booking. Can I do that? So they actually receive a lot of all this booking via the map, because this map not only allow you to put in your product catalog, to put in your services, okay, they will also allow you to receive messages and booking via the map. Okay, so this is the power of the Google My Business. So for you guys who are in the business, right, make sure that you have your map set up properly, and again, you need to claim the ownership. The map itself, you have the ownership. Verify your address and claim it. Because if let's say you do not claim the Google address, right? Anybody out there, your competitors, right? They're able to claim the map ownership one. Once they claim it, forever the address is theirs already. If you wanted to actually take it back, right? Probably they will request some money from you. So I can assure you, in Malaysia itself, there's about 60% of business owner, they haven't actually claimed the ownership of the map yet. Not yet. This is very bad because especially during the MCO, the map actually is a very powerful tool for them to get sales, in order for them to survive. For them to post a catalog, to post a product, to inform the customers. So this is number 2. Then number 3, then only we jump into the Facebook page and your WhatsApp business account. Okay, so this is the foundation that you guys will need to take note of. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. So if you ask me whether it's difficult to do it, I tell you, it's not difficult to do it. Okay. So, and of course, the web design can be a free one. Okay. Google Map have web design tools as well. It's free of charge. Okay. So basically, then when you have set up 1, 2, and 3, then the next thing is you jump into advertisement, Google Shoppings, and you can do whatever thing that you want. Okay. This is the what we call foundations. Okay. So also, my section is only covered until here. Okay. If any one of you wanted to know more about the digitalization sub of the foundation, you can just prompt me. Okay. This is very, very important, especially now government has the grant provide to you. Later, Charmaine, Eurosoft will tell you how you should go about it. Government still have the fund. Okay. Especially for CDEC, Selangor government and MDEC, they still have some funding for you to apply. Okay. And of course, from my side, also wanted to inform you guys, Martrade have the funding as well. Okay, for any one of you who are Martrade members, if you guys are the Martrade member, just take note. Martrade have 2 schemes. One is the onboarding scheme. Onboarding scheme means for you to build website and e-commerce. Okay, that is 5,000 ringgit, fully funded. Okay, you don't need to pay a single cent. Okay, then they have a DMT scheme under the Martrade, which is Digital Marketing and Training Scheme, 20,000, 20, fully funded as well. Okay, if you are the Martrade members, go to the Martrade website and look for Martrade Digital Grant. Okay, but you got to apply the grant. Okay, I guess that is all about my information to you guys. If any one of you wanted to know more about this, how you should go about digitalization via digital marketing, you can just prompt me. Okay, Shamin, I'm actually finish up my presentations. I guess if any one of you have any question, you can post in the chat box, or after the end of the sessions, right? You can just prompt me your questions. All right. Okay, Shamin, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Edward, for the informative sharing on how to actually plan for the digital marketing, in terms of the designing website and all those claim in terms of the Google Maps and all those. So the next sections, actually, I would like to share with you more on the, in terms of the finance, digital transformation. Okay, just briefly introduce myself. I'm Charmaine, the Director of Eurosoft Business Intelligence in Sdn Bhd, graduated with a Master in Business Administration from Deakin Universities. I'm the Chartered Accountant by profession and also the MIA member and ASEAN MIA. I'm the Fellow member of CPA Australia. More than 20 years of experience in general management, financial management, tax audit, and in a few public listed companies. And also my last position was the Group CFO of one of the reputable public listed company for more than 4 years. Okay, let me share with you more. Just now, Edwards actually shared with you more on the digital marketing and the marketing techniques. In terms of my area, I'm going to share with you more in terms of the finance and digital transformation techniques. Okay, have you ever asked the following questions to yourself? No matter whether you are the business owner or maybe you are currently the employee of the companies. Okay, for example, what is finance or accounting? How much do you know about finance and accounting? And then what is digital transformation? Is the current types of organization suit you? In fact, for the organization, there are a few types of organization, for example, company, partnership, sole proprietorship, and for those as well, and others. So which one is it really suitable to you? And what is your current business performance? Do you know your current business performance promptly? And how is your company's financial status? Do you have monthly reports for you to analyze the financial status? And also, what are your cash flow status? Do you prepare the cash flow forecast for your company? And the other 3 questions is more on related to your customers. Who are your target customers? And what are your customer needs? Do you know their spending patterns? And do you have the complete customer data with you? All these questions actually is good for you to ask yourself, to understand, and then to analyze your business so that you can plan and strategize your business well. Let me share with you in terms of the first questions, finance and digital transformations. What is finance or accounting? Are both of them same? Not really. In fact, finance is the management of the money and investment, which is at a wider scope in terms of the analytical analysis and also plan for the treasury and overall. Accounting is more on the recording, maintaining and reporting of the company's financial records, which is mostly in terms of bookkeeping, whereby the accounting functions can be easily replaced by AI. So I believe most of you heard about maybe a few years later, accountants' position will be obsolete. Why? Because can be replaced by AI in terms of all the bookkeepings. So that's why we have to think of how to integrate accounting with IT so that actually we can have a strategic accounting in terms of the analysis, in terms of financial analysis, accounting analysis as well. Besides the finance and accounting, we have other operations departments. For example, sales and marketing and other operations departments, which also very important to involve in digital transformations. It's on the integrations of digital technology into all areas of business, including operations, sales and marketing, so that you can actually analyze further details, who are your customers and all those informations to have a smooth operations. And also digital transformation allow you to automate the process flow to improve the efficiency of your company's overall operations. Okay, these are the various types of organizations or the types of businesses that actually commonly in the markets. For example, company is a name with ended with the word Sendra Berhad or Berhad. They are limited liability partnership, which is so-called LLP or PLT, Perkongsian Liability Terhad, and also partnerships, general partnership, and also proprietorship as well. This organization, they have their benefits and also they have their different criteria. So that's why it depends on individual and also whether is it really suitable to your companies or not. There are some of the key features. For example, company is definitely you need to apply, that means appoint company secretary, and also your company are required to appoint the auditors for audit every year, unless you are under the exemption clause. So for limited liability partnership, there is a limited liability in terms of the overall the company's liabilities, and there are general partnership and sole proprietorship. Whereby another area that actually we like to mention here is more on the income tax perspective, whereby company and the limited liability partnership, the tax rate actually is 17% for the first 600,000. For the general partnership and also sole proprietorship, the tax rate actually is ranging from 0% to 30%. So let's say if you foresee your company is profitable, very profitable, maybe your taxable profit can be close to 200,000, that would be advisable for you to convert to limited liability partnership or company. So this is tax planning arrangement and also to overall in terms of the overall company expansion. Okay. So the next questions that actually is generally is more on the what is the company financial status? In fact, do you do budget or business plan yearly for your company?
And mommy, the power bank line.
Do you prepare the monthly management accounts, for example, income statement and balance sheet? And do you know whether your company is making profit or loss? Okay, so all this actually is good for you to understand and know for your company financial status. For example, do you compare your actual result versus your budget? Is your company under the net asset positions or net liability positions? Net asset actually is the total asset of the companies minus total liabilities of your companies. If your asset is more than the liabilities, you are having a net asset position. Otherwise, you will have a net liability position, which is unhealthy. If you were to go to the bank and say, oh, I would like to get loan from the bank, first thing the bank will look at whether the company is profitable and then whether your company is under the net asset position or net liability position. So that's why if you would like to get a loan from the companies or maybe some planning in terms of the company investment or expansions, it's good for you to analyze your company financial status. Another area is financial ratios. There are a lot of financial ratios that you can analyze. Some of the examples are gross margin ratios. What are the margin that actually you are getting now? And then what is the return on your equity or return on your investment? And then what is your current ratio, which is your current asset minus all your current liabilities. All this, how fast can you prepare or analyze the above? If you do not have the system, that will be very slow and time consuming. So investment in the system is very important so that the system can help you to prepare the report easily. Okay, next, I would like to share with you in terms of company cash flow status. A lot of business owner, maybe some of the employee, they will feel that, okay, company is making profit. Let's say I have 100,000 profit. Does it mean that I have 100,000 cash, net cash flow? Not really. It depends on the situation. Because when you plan in terms of your cash flow, you have to analyze in terms of the timing of the cash collections and also the cash payment. How to maximize your cash flow? The first thing, you have to really think of your debtors or maybe the customers that owing you money. To go through debtors listing and follow up on collection closely. For example, some of the company, they allow the credit terms for their customers in 60 days. That means after selling to them, they allow the customer to pay them within 60 days, while they are paying to their suppliers. The suppliers only allow them with the 30 days credit terms. Within 30 days, they have to pay to their suppliers. So with that, can you see there's a mismatch in the sense that you have to pay your suppliers first while you haven't collected the money from your customers. So that's why all these actually are one of example that you can plan in advance so that you can have a positive cash flow and also try to find a way to maximize your cash inflow as well. Okay, another way to increase your cash inflow is increase your revenue stream and collections. You have to strategize clearly in terms of how to improve your revenue. For example, analyze the customer needs and strategize the marketing plan wisely. When you understand your customer spending patterns, plan for the marketing strategies and try to upsell or cross-sell. And also maybe you can expand and diversify your business to other areas. For example, maybe you are in F&B, you can join selling, or maybe you can expand it to retail business or the other business. One of the example is O2O, which is currently you are having the offline business. Why not you also expand to the online business? Sometimes online business, why don't you expand to the offline business as well? So because it's good to have a higher revenue stream for you to improve your cash flow and your sales as well. Okay, next actually is more on the business restructuring, loan arrangement or grants to improve your cash inflow. For example, you can arrange for some special loan with low interest rate. Currently, the banks actually are offering a special, very special loan rate, let's say 3.5 to 5% or maybe higher. But currently there is one organization, which is MDEC, they are offering soft financing scheme with the interest rate of as low as 3% only. I will share with you the detail later. Okay, in terms of restructure of the companies with funds from investors, this is another area for you to get more cash inflow with the investors coming in. And also, as you know that with the MCO, our government have continuously announced in terms of the grant. Pre-Hearting Special Grant is one of the grant for micro enterprise, okay, which currently GKP 4.0, you can try to apply on that as well. And also there are some private agency special grant, gymnasium special assistant, and all those special assistant under the POMULE as well. Okay, so besides that, okay, this is the loan that actually I shared with you just now. It's arranged by MDEC jointly with the Permacasa, whereby the loan actually, the rate is actually 3%, which is, this campaign is for 12 months, starting from 1st of April this year until next year, March. And these are the contact details that you can contact them and ask for the information for the financing scheme. Of course, the soft financing scheme, they are for automations and modernizations and also digital and technology for the, different industry. For manufacturing sectors, you can get higher financing amount, which is ranging from 50,000 to 20 million. For all the other sectors, for example, retail, F&B, wellness, beauty and wellness, and all those, minimum is 30,000 and maximum is 1 million. So you can explore in terms of some loan with the low interest rate at this moment. Okay, another area is how to minimize your cash outflow. In fact, there are a few ways to minimize your cash outflow. For example, in terms of purchases, you have to manage your stock wisely. Stock level management is very important for you to minimize your cash outflow. For example, if you have a certain stock which is maybe short expiry, you have to really arrange in terms of the promotion to clear it off. Or maybe when you order in terms of the stock, you try to really order according to your past selling trend and also according to your promotion and marketing strategies. Next, in terms of rental, you can discuss with the landlord for the deferment or reductions of rental, because currently landlord who actually allow you for the reduction of rental of more than 30%, they also can have some tax savings. Staff costs, you can negotiate with the staff in terms of the arrangement of working hours or maybe work from home, and then also at the same time, try to apply which subsidy program from the governments. As you know, our government have announced in terms of WSP, which is 1.0 until recently 4.0, which they already expanded to staff with any salary, which means that previously staff with 4,000 and below, they can claim in terms of the 600 staff. Now actually is 4.0, which you can apply in the month of August, which is 4.0, you can get actually 600 per staff for any salary amount. Even above 4,000, you can apply for that. Loan and interest payment, also discuss with the bank in terms of moratorium or restructuring of the loan. And also in terms of tax payment installment, you can plan accordingly to revise your tax estimations on the 6 and the 9 months. And also other operating costs to minimize the overall cost and outflow as well. For example, currently there is electricity, there will be the discount from 5 to 40%, and also try to save on other costs together with your team. And also payment to the creditors, you can actually plan in terms of the installments or contract arrangement. Meaning that can discuss with the installment plan with your suppliers or creditors, and also arrange some contract arrangements in terms of the settlement. Okay, this is the sample of the cash flow formats for the cash flow forecast. It's good for you to prepare your cash flow forecast so that you know how's your financial positions and also how much cash do you need to pump in to survive for the next 6 months or maybe for the next 3 months. Or maybe with the current cash flow forecast, maybe you can actually arrange for the business expansion. So this actually we are, since you are attending today, we are offering in terms of the Excel format for you at the end of the sessions. So you just need to scan in terms of the QR code, and then you will WhatsApp your email address to my team. So my team will arrange to email you the Excel format of this cash flow forecast, so that you do not have to design your own formats or whatever. This is a standard, one of the recommended format that you can use, and then with the formulations to facilitate you to plan your cash flow accordingly. Okay. Okay, in terms of the business trend, okay, and the performance, do you ask yourself, what is the overall total sales this year? How fast you can get all this information? For example, are you getting better, worse, or is it sustaining well? And how does each outlet contribute to your total performance? For example, you have 5 outlets or 6 outlets. Will you be able to view the results from your outlets real time, anytime and anywhere? And are you having more regular customers or new customers? Who are your best customers overall? What is their spending patterns? And also, how do you know that actually what are the products that actually is the best selling products? And which outlets selling which product actually is the best in under which outlets? So all these things, you can view the results anytime, anywhere. So for this, actually, is the system can do it in a second. Otherwise, you won't be able to view your results promptly, or maybe some of the companies, they have 5 or 6 outlets, or maybe have 10 outlets, but all the 10 outlets, they do not have the consolidated data. They won't be able to know what is the performance of all the outlets in total. When they would like to know about the outlet's performance, they may need to log into each and every outlet to understand the details. But for the current system, EBS system, they do not need to do so. They can view the information anytime, anywhere with the dashboard, and also they can log in through their mobile phone or maybe iPad to view the results anytime. Okay, let's say if you would like to know more about what are my customer needs, who are my target customer, do I have complete customers data? If you have asked yourself all these questions, Welcome to the digital transformation era. Okay, let me share with you. What is the business digital transformation? This is to have a business operation driven by technology and data and truly implements the customer-centric business philosophy to the enterprise, sales, management, and operations. Meaning that the technology or digital transformations, you cannot just transform finance department or accounting department, but it's the whole organizations and the respective departments all together. So some of you may ask, why are we going digital and online? Is it really good for us? If we want to transform or increase revenue stream, is it really we can have better sales? Let me share with you some data. Just now, Edward shared with you the data is more on the global data. Let me share with you is on the Malaysia data from Hotsuite. As you can see here, Malaysia total population, 32.5 million, okay? But the mobile users, we have about close to 40 million mobile users. How come? More than the Malaysian population? It's just because some of you carry more than 2 handphones, 2 mobile phones. So that's why the percentage actually is 122% of the Malaysian populations. And internet users, they are about 84% internet users, and active social media users, they are about 86% of them, which is about 28 million Malaysian are serving internet and also active in social media. So if you would like to advertise, do you choose social media or you choose a traditional brochures? So think about that. Okay, let's say if you would like to try advertise in the social media, let's think about this trend in terms of the percentage of internet users that use each platform on the past months. YouTube actually, they are 93.7%, which is the top in terms of social media, whereby if you were to advertise, so you see YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, these are all the good platforms for you to advertise. And also e-commerce activity. Just now, I will share with you in terms of the global e-commerce trend. And also Malaysia actually is growing out strongly. Okay, you see, search online for a product or services. So it's about 91% of Malaysian internet users aged from 16 to 64. They are actually searching online for products. And also visited online or store to buy some things. And 88% they use a shopping apps on a mobile phone or a tablet. And 82.9% they purchase online. I believe more than 90% of all of us here spend online, buy product online frequently. So because it's very easy and can facilitate the whole process, right? So with this, do you think that e-commerce is very important? Let's increase your revenue stream through e-commerce or online. Arrange your own super salesman who work for you 24/7. So without taking annual leave, without taking MC, and 24 hours, they are selling for you if you build your e-commerce in the right way. Okay. Okay, this is actually the general trend in terms of the product life cycles. So based on our analysis and research, okay, online business development actually is between the startup and the growth stage, whereby it will grow slowly, and also there will be the fierce competitions. Especially online business, the competition actually is not only in Malaysia, you are competing with globally. So that's why how you actually improve in terms of your business online and also at the same time can retain your customers. Okay, how do you stay competitive? What to do? You need to build your loyal customers. Why do you need to build your loyal customers? Let me share with you some research as well. Acquiring a new customer can cost 5 times more than retaining an existing customers. Increasing customers retention by 5% can increase profit from 25 to 95%. The success rate of selling to a customer you already have is 60 to 70%, while the success rate of selling to the new customers is only 5 to 20%. Loyal customers are 5 times as likely to repurchase, 5 times as likely to forgive, 4 times as likely to refer, and 7 times as likely to try a new offering. So that's why, besides exploring new customers, trigger new customers awareness, please build your loyal customers, retain your customers. What do you need to do to maintain innovative and build loyal customers? You need to know your customers, understand your customers. How do you know them? Data. Nowadays, data is very important for you to analyze your customer needs and their spending patterns. How to own your data? You need to make full use of the system. For example, point of sale system, customer relationship management system, accounting system, or even enterprise resource planning systems. All these systems can facilitate you to collect all the data for further analysis using the dashboard or business intelligence. These are some data-driven management diagram that actually we draw out to facilitate your understanding. For example, in terms of the channel creation, you attract customers through different platforms. For example, web store or SEO, social media, search engine, online video or e-commerce, as what shared by Edward just now, which is his expert in terms of digital marketing, through different tools, which is from Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Google My Business, and all those. Once you attract the customers, after you attract the customers, you need to build their loyalty process in terms of to convert them to become your loyal customers. How do we do that? We need to trigger their awareness, improve their interest, and their desire and their action to buy. With this, you understand them more. You offer the different scheme in terms of the membership credit or maybe loyalty program, membership point, through what? Through the tools. What are the tools? POS system, ERP system, and customer relationship management system for you to understand them. And also, the system is enable you to manage your back end effectively in terms of stock management, employee management, performance management, accounting integrations, and other operation integrations. For the O2O, which means that you have to integrate your POS system with your e-commerce so that you can move your business online and turn the online data into the privately owned data. For example, through e-commerce, you collect all the customer data into your POS system. Your POS system can actually have all the information about your customers, your sales, products, employees, performance, and stock as well. With this, you can have your member apps or online reporting, back-end management, business intelligence, or CRM to manage all the data for you to plan and strategize your marketing effectively. These are some benefits in terms of the POS integration between the POS system and the e-commerce. For example, you sell the products, package or credit online. This product or credit can integrate directly to your POS system. The POS system have a CRM, which allow you to auto-register new customers, auto-record the customer package for future redemptions, and also record the customer member credit for future redemption and also membership points. With that, it integrates to the back end in terms of the auto stock deductions, auto accounting posting, recognize sales tax, or maybe in future their GST, allowed to manage delivery status. With all this, you can have an effective analysis. These are the ecosystem in terms of overall ERP for you to have a full digital transformations. For example, customers can spend online or through offline, which is at the shop. Whatever the spending actually can integrate directly to the POS system. The POS system can actually send the sales order to the factory. The factory can analyze in terms of the production and assembly. Once finished, can transfer the finished goods to the warehouse. The warehouse actually can deliver the stock to the shop accordingly. And also some of the product maybe was not produced by the warehouse. They can order from their suppliers through the PO and deliver the stock accordingly. All these actions can be captured in the accounting and business analysis module, which integrate fully with the POS and ERP system. These are the common business pain points most of the business owners encounter. For example, manually issue billing, or maybe checkout speed too slow, or serve the wrong orders, or you do not know your target customers, have difficulties in terms of managing stock, commission calculations still manually, or maybe currently you are using the system, but the system have their limitation in terms of if there are no Wi-Fi or no internet or slow internet, you won't be able to issue bill or access the system. Cross membership, unable to arrange the cross membership because the system was not linked to all the other outlets. Or maybe employee performance, are you able to analyze your performance, employee performance well? And let's say when you diversify to different business, do you need to use different software? Some of the company, maybe they have 5 different type of businesses, industry, for example, F&B, retail, beauty and wellness, gym, and all those, they have to use different software. But for EBI, POS, or EBI ERP, you do not need to do so. You just have to use one POS system by itself. They have a different interface and the platform for you to analyze in detail, and then it's under the one database by itself. So you can consolidate all the data in one database and analyze accordingly to avoid data fragmentation. Okay, let me share with you some grant from the government. Currently, if you were to invest in the system, you can claim 50% or up to 5,000. Currently, there are 2 arrangements. One actually is from MDEC, which is the SME Digitalization Matching Grant. These grants actually, government have the budget of 500 million for the 100,000 SME to apply. So it's first come, first served basis. In fact, actually, they already start the campaign since 2020. So whereby currently the fund is still available for you to apply. And another one actually is CDAC, the so-called Selangor SME Digitalization Matching Grants. Phase 1 already ended on 15th of June recently. So phase 2, they are going to open on 1st of August, 12 p.m. So whereby the limitation is the company have to register in Selangor, or the outlets or business operations have to be in Selangor. Okay. Let me share with you more in terms of the digitalization area for MDEC. MDEC digitalization area, there are 7 areas, which is e-POS system, ERP or accounting tax, HR, e-commerce, procurement, remote workings, and also digital marketing and sales. So for us and being SE, we are actually already covered 5 areas. So you can always contact us if you would like to explore further in terms of this MDEC matching grant. So what is the criteria for you to apply for the MDEC grants? It's an SME which is at least 60% owned by Malaysian, which means that the SME is include all types of organizations, for example, company, sole proprietorship, partnership, or limited liability company as well. And also the SME is required to have an average annual sales turnover of 50,000 and above. And SME is registered under Malaysia's law, and SME has been operating for at least 6 months. As long as you operate 6 months, you can arrange to apply for this grant. We will facilitate you for the whole process. For CDAC, there are 5 digitalization areas, which is e-POS system, ERP or accounting tax, HR and payroll system, e-commerce and digital marketing or sales, which you can always contact us on that as well. So what is the criteria? The criteria is slightly different from MDEC, whereby it has to be registered under the law of Malaysia and business address or operation address registered in Selangor only, meaning that other states are not acceptable for CDAC, and required to have a minimum annual sales turnover of 300,000 and not exceeding 3 million. Must be at least 51% owned by Malaysian, in operation for at least 1 year, and it's limited to 1 application per company only. Okay, let's say if you would like to apply for this MDEC or CDAC grants, you can scan on these QR codes and fill up your detail, then our team will contact you accordingly. At the same time, thanks for attending today's session. So we are actually offering the gift vouchers of 500 ringgits to the first 10 customers who successfully purchased the software, the system from us. which means that after you register on this and then successfully committed in terms of the purchases, so you will get additional 500 ringgit discounts. Just an example, let's say, for example, the system is 3,000. So you are in the first 10 customers, you can have discount of 500, which is 2,005. And then another 50% we will apply MDEC or CDEC for you, which is you only have to pay 50% of that, which is 1,250 for the system. So you can actually scan here, and also my colleague will share the link in the chat box there. You can click on the chat box and then fill up the details. It's a Google form. You just fill out your company name and the contact details and the information. So our team will contact you accordingly. Okay. So our next sessions actually is Chinese sessions on the 9th of July, 3 p.m. Okay, which is next Friday, same time. So if you have colleagues or whoever would like to know more about this and they would like to listen to the Chinese session, you can always join us as well. And this is our contact numbers, okay? And you can always go to our Facebook and then contact us accordingly. And lastly, as what we promised, okay, you can scan these barcodes and then type your, this is the WhatsApp number. You can directly type and then so that actually we will email you the cash flow forecast template, which is in Excel template with the full formulations, and you can arrange accordingly. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, anyone would like to ask any questions about digital marketing or about finance or maybe digital transformations? You can unmute your mic to ask, or maybe you can share in the chat box. No questions at all? Okay, no problem. If you subsequently, if you have any questions, you can always contact us at our Facebook or maybe at our contact numbers as what I shared just now. So if you do not have further questions, okay, so we shall end this session for today. Okay. Okay, this is our contact details and our Facebook as well. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for attending today. Okay, so if some of you would like to know more about us, so we will let's meet you in the next sessions and also contact us accordingly. Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.